inaugural Friday Night Bites of the NBBQL, National Barbecue League. We have 6 of America's top pitmasters here that went head-to-head tonight cooking Snake River Farms cullotes. They were allowed to cook them however they wanted. One of the only main rules was you had to cook your protein on a Gateway drum smoker, which were provided tonight, and we did. So without further ado, Joe Pierce is the pitmaster for Slaps BBQ.
Yep, Slaps BBQ, and we're gonna make a slap cheesecake.
Cheesecake or cheesesteak?
It's a cheesesteak.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're Richard Fergola. You are with Fergalicious Barbecue out of
Gardner, Kansas.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing tonight.
Well, trying to beat these awesome chefs here, Chef Shear
You're
and
kind of nice.
Chef Worth.
Have you ever heard of a cullote before today?
The first time I heard of a cullote was last week in Wisconsin.
Someone might have referred to the cullotes as crack steak. It's kind of delicious, in case you guys were wondering.
It's going to be really good on my Philly crostini then. So.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I can't wait to see what you guys are doing.
I'm excited to cook this thing.
Who's next? Darren, have you ever heard of the cullote before tonight?
Yeah, you made me cook one last week.
Don't say
Oh,
I
you
made
didn't make me. I got to cook. Oh, I loved cooking one.
What are you cooking for us tonight?
It's going to be the most expensive hamburger that these guys have ever eaten.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, he brought a grinder.
I'm not a steak guy. I'm a burger guy.
I see what's in that little tub right there.
Yeah, a little pimento cheese.
I feel like there might be a little pimento cheese happening.
Yeah, life is not complete without pimento cheese.
I feel like we're gonna let you get to it,
Yep. Okay, good.
but when you get grinding, we're watching. The pressure's on.
Anybody got a CO2 tank?
Tim is the pitmaster for Shake and Bake. What are you cooking tonight?
I got the cullote on the left side. I got the mushrooms and onions hanging out over here on the right side with some butter in the cast iron pan that my grandma seasoned and put on the shelf at Dollar General. I'm gonna season that with some bold and beefy. I'm gonna rock this cullote till about 100 degrees. Then I'm gonna give it a hard sear, grill some Texas toast, maybe a little au jus. That's French and fancy also. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna need to get your mic back.
Deal with it.
Thank you for sharing all of your secrets with us. So, tell us what you're doing.
I'm gonna do street tacos. Little cilantro, little lime, little onion, little.
Are they gonna be
guacamole.
spicy?
Maybe a little.
A little, just a little?
Little jalapeno. As long as my taco is better than Brad's taco, that's all I'm.
Well, you know, we're going over to see Mr. Leininger next. We're gonna get the lowdown. We'll kind of find out what he's putting on his tacos versus what you're gonna put on yours. Brad is the pitmaster for Getting Basted out of
Branson, Missouri. It's where the country acts go to die.
It's where restaurants go to die too.
You opening up one down there, Joe?
So I hear this rumor that you're copying Murph.
I am. Murphy's a culinary genius. It's well known, so I'm just doing what he does.
And you're also going to cook some little tacos.
So these are, what I'm making is called gringas, is what it's called. And it's
Tacos for white people?
tacos for white people, carne asada, so it's more like a quesadilla. But we're gonna put flour tortillas and cheese.
All right, well, I wish you the best. Ryan does not wish you the best.
He doesn't, huh?
He may or may not have said he hopes you lose.
Oh, that's bad
He doesn't
karma.
ever say anything.
That's bad
Look,
karma.
He smiles.
Murphy? Murphy doesn't smile.
Murphy's never smiled in his life.
You see Murphy smile?
All right, so now you guys have met all of the cooks. You've heard a bit about what they're doing.
Cheers.
Let's talk about the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest judge tonight. She is famous. She is the better half of 913 Barbecue, Bethany McAllister. This is our only female judge for today. We're working on, bringing the ladies into barbecue a little bit more, show the boys what's up. Welcome, Bethany.
Thank you.
Next, Mr. David Ruska, Butcher Barbecue. Would you share with us, while we're standing here, what is the cullote?
The cullote is a steak that comes from a top of the sirloin. You've got the whole top sirloin, then you got the cap. The tail is known as the tri-tip. So you take the top part, and that's the cullote.
It's a delicious little cut, so I'm super excited to see what these guys are going to do with it today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my good friend Stretch. Can we just call you Stretch?
That's all I go by. I'm excited about it. I mean, they know what they're doing, and they're already working. So if they can tweak this into some masterpiece of culinary expertise, I'm in.
We're going to go with the pinwheel, the executioner,
I'm known by a lot of things.
Are you excited to enjoy the provisions tonight?
Steak and eggs, baby.
Do you think there's gonna be some eggs?
I don't know, man. Look at these guys, man. Who knows what they're gonna put out?
So, all right, good luck.
Thank you.
I mean, you guys don't need good luck. You're just sitting here and looking pretty.
Smoked that cullote for about 30 minutes, about 225, 250, got it up to about 100 degrees. Come back with a hard sear. Get a crust on it, get a grill mark on it, slice her up.
Caramelizing some onions. I'm making a little queso fundido to put on there. So I'm caramelizing some onions, and I got a little just some tomato puree with some habanero in it. I'm mixing in there.
You go to random bars on a Saturday, and they put all this meat out.
I've got to figure out if I can fit 4 portions in a box. We're gonna try to let this sucker run about 325 to 350. And I cut my cullote into steaks after I jacquarded them. When they're about half cooked, I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna slice them real thin, and then I'm gonna put the cast iron skillet into the can, and I'm gonna let it ride.
Come on! Whoa. Is this really happening?
Really cold. Is that legal?
Oh my God, this is amazing!
So,
This is.
What that's going to do, that'll freeze it. That'll get it right. Ice through first, and then that gets
Oh my goodness, it's cranking ice.
God, you are an amazing man, Darren.
smartest guy in barbecue.
Holy shit. You ever seen anything like that?
I've never seen anything
Hey,
like
you guys want to know why Darren beats our ass every weekend? I think we just saw part of it.
We get it now. We get it. You want me to give you a breather? Take me in.
Come on.
Take me in. I'll grind for you. I don't want you to have a heart attack. Need another douse of fire extinguisher?
Douse of fire.
Can I do it this time?
Okay, right there.
How do you do it?
Pull the handle. Froze your neck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they made a burger out of them.
I got my onions and mushrooms sauteing right now. I got my heat coming up on a drum. I'm up around 350 now. Now I'm around 220. Wow!
Well, I've got my cullote marinated, and we're on the smoker, grilling away, but I think I might have made a mistake and went on a little bit too early, because I just checked it, flipped it over and temped, and I'm already at 100 degrees, so might have a long rest period here.
Tell us how you're going to make it. Tell us what your plan is.
Well, I've already got all my prep done. All my ingredients are already ready to go, so everything's chopped, diced. All I got to do is warm up the tortillas and slice, and I'm pretty much ready to go.
Just getting my veggies cut up, and then I'm, what time is it? I'm gonna put my meat on here in just a minute. Try to take it to about 120, 125, and then let it rest. And then I'll put some the baguettes on here to grill them off, because we're making a Philly crostini. Melt some cheese, and we'll see what happens. I figured everybody would do tacos or Philly. I didn't know Darren was gonna come in with a fire extinguisher and a meat grinder.
Well, I see a lot of great stuff, but I smell a lot of great stuff. I mean, everyone's got all their different flavor profiles just coming together. It's going to be a tough competition. We have some bread involved. We have some peppers, some mushrooms. It's going to be exciting to see what happens here.
Killing time right now, man. I got some mushrooms cooking, got my salsa cooking, cranking up my heat on that. I'm going to drop that in there and sear it. I'm the last turn in, so I got the most time. And somehow I managed to get the best steak, too. I'm not sure Anella kind of made up those rules. Anella made it up, man. I didn't, it wasn't me.
I'm right on time here. I am right where I want to be. Doing a little taste test. I think I nailed the tenderness I was going for. Out of the 3 I've cut, I've nailed.
I'm about out of bread.
Tim,
The meat is so good. Try this. Try this.
Okay,
Don't worry about my toast. Try the steak.
The steak tastes better than your toast.
I know. I'm gonna get dinged for
It's a
toast.
good thing that you brought a whole loaf of bread.
Yep, that's burnt.
Sneak peek at what's happening over here, Tim.
Hey, that's my good piece.
You do not just cut off the burnt part.
I'm a can cooker. I'm used to messing up.
The cook will eat their own food.
See, that's what we were gonna ask. Are you guys all gonna be tasting your own food?
Do we have to?
Good. You can't cook toast, but you
Hey,
can cook a
Daryl.
steak.
I'm not a bread specialist. I'm on an Atkins diet.
Some people make burnt toast.
And some people just do burgers.
And
so
some people
win.
just make beautiful mother effing burgers.
They were tasting people's biscuits, and they were hard.
Doesn't suck.
Telling people,
We're down to 7 minutes.
all right, let's see it.
There you go, 7 minutes, brother. You're up.
Do me cute Delmonico. We were looking for the Delmonico.
Oh, you didn't bring the Provel out, did you? Oh, this is St. Louis.
I got the Emo's Provel cheese. Don't tell anybody. Oh my God.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes exactly like chicken.
Presentation I'm throwing out the window here. It's kind of hard. That's exactly the bite I was looking for.
Here is what we are going to judge on. We are going to judge on appearance, taste, and overall impression. The highest score that a person can get is a 25. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first turn in.
4 minutes early, guys, because I care about you and I know you're hungry.
Tell us what you're cooking.
Beef culotte, cheese steak with a fried egg.
Steak is cooked perfect.
Steak's cooked perfectly?
The beef's perfect.
Hey, you hear that, Joe?
That is like a great breakfast. That
Awesome.
right there, make me one tomorrow morning, please.
I'll do my best.
You know, I thought about breakfast as well, but breakfast sometimes is all day.
Yeah.
It had all the necessary ingredients.
I was a little bit scared when I picked it up thinking that I might fall through the bottom of it.
Yep.
It did not.
Okay, good.
So that means the egg stayed intact.
Right.
And that worked out well. Good job.
Thank you.
So yeah, when I bit into the sandwich, I was a little worried. You know, sometimes the meat can pull off, but I bit right through the steak. It was really good and flavorful. Good job.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
So, next up we have Ryan Murphy.
I'm gonna send this.
Over here.
Basically, what we have is a street taco with guacamole and some cheese. And I mean, it's just your basic street taco.
Well, it's quiet. That must mean it's good.
My overall impression was good. It needed a wow, and I don't know exactly what it was. It needed a step, maybe some pepper, some crunch, something, but it was good for what we had, absolutely.
I tell you what, man, 3 bites, I thought was really good. The beef was cooked great.
Yeah.
Avocado mixture you had in there was really good. Man, I enjoyed it. Thanks. Good job.
Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I like the creaminess of your sauce and the saltiness of the cotija cheese. I really enjoyed it.
Overall was great. I wish there was a little more crunch, a little more heat, but it was very nice, and I would pay for that all day long. Thank you.
Oh, we love it. Ryan Murphy, everybody give it up for Ryan Murphy. Okay, next up, the man, the myth, the legend, Tim and Tinny.
Wait a second. Foul bringing a cute little girl with him.
No way.
Foul? It's not in the rules.
All right, tell us what you did.
I took the culotte, I did a reverse sear, got up to 100 degrees, and then I took it off and let it rest. Put it back on with a hard sear on the bottom, got a little crisp on the outside. Grilled some Texas toast perfectly. Also added some sauteed baby portobello mushrooms and some onions. The kicker here is the Provel Emo's cheese out of St. Louis, melted at the end in a cast iron skillet that my grandma handcrafted.
Tim's gonna get
That's
some
a tough
feedback.
one right there. Here's what happens when you serve Stretch a box of toast. all we saw was toast and slammed into a box.
Good. We don't want to go to appearance. Let's just bypass it.
So go right to taste.
For your sake.
So the taste for me hovered between, let's just say, church potluck, and I'd pay for it.
Oh my goodness.
He said it was a tough one to digest. I'll probably be doing that the rest of the night. Flavor was good. Okay. It was a little tough. It was tough. When I took a bite, everything come off, one bite. Presentation was, middle of the road, maybe.
But pretty good for a 5-year-old, right?
Not bad. She's rocking. Don't mean to break your heart.
This end of the table is the sign of
if I was on the road and I needed to get something at a truck stop, it'd be a good sandwich.
Awesome.
Butcher, tell us what you thought.
Wow. I didn't think it was all that bad. Not at all. I thought it was a good steak.
Yeah.
Everything was good.
Bethany, the Paula Abdul.
Bethany, it's okay to lie.
Give it to us.
It's okay to lie.
Okay. I really enjoyed the mushrooms. I loved it. I loved the mushrooms.
She loved it.
Sorry, I'm a big
loved
fan.
it.
Right.
Thank you.
This half loved it. I like the judge, but I thought it was very good.
that'll help out
The professional judges loved it. I like it. I'll take it.
Ladies and
I'll
gentlemen,
take
give it up for Tim Shear.
And Tenny.
Fergie, are you ready?
Ready. All right, so we got a Fergie Philly Crostini here, Snake River Farms cullote. And we've got some sauteed green bell peppers and red peppers and onions in some butter and maple brown sugar.
Oh.
We've got provolone cheese on the baguette. And obviously you cannot have anything from Fergalicious if it doesn't have any love rub on it.
Oh, love rub.
Yes.
The bread was crusty like I would expect it to be. And biting through, the meat didn't pull away. I could bite through it really easily. So I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Good job.
Right on, thank you.
I enjoyed the presentation. I thought it looked real good. It was easy to eat. The peppers were great on top. Your sauce was, I had the right amount for my flavor. What I missed, the only thing I missed was that Snake River Farm flavored steak. Other than that, everything else was spot on.
I thought presentation was top notch. It was boom, it was there. On my taste flavor profile, I missed some smoke. On a small bite at that size, I should be able to either bite it once and not have everything come off in one chunk. But that was very good, very good.
See if Bushman can bring it home.
Dude, presentation was out of park. I think that the horseradish was just enough.
Yeah.
The peppers were cooked perfect. The crostini was crusty. It wasn't soggy. Man, I think you hit it out of the park, bro. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Congratulations, barbecue. Darren Worth.
So this is a jalapeno pimento cullote burger. Put a little bacon on there, a little fry sauce, some grilled sweet onions.
This is the first one we've had so far that I got meat flavor in with everything else. I got more meat in my mouth with every bite.
I love it.
Good.
I was a little worried at first with what was going on over there, but it's really good. I'm getting that charred flavor in the burger. Like Dave said, getting that meat flavor. It's really overall good burger.
Presentation was great, man. Looked great in the box.
Yeah.
The pimento cheese and the bacon, all those flavors jive together really good for me. I think the meat was just a little dry for me. I mean, overall it's a good burger.
Presentation was right on. I think it had good flavor profile of charcoal. There were so many flavor profiles going on, it was overwhelming. I think you could have actually done it, and I hate saying this, without a pretzel bun. The bread ratio to that driver burger just didn't make it for me, but it was still quality and oozy and woozy of something that I would eat, but it just was a little too dry for me.
Last up, Brad Lenny, you're getting basted.
I've got for you a gringas. It's a taco in the style of white people, so it's more like a quesadilla. So it's got carne asada, the cheese in it's a wild mushroom queso fundido. I've got a habanero salsa on there, which is a salsa machita, I believe. That's all my Spanish I've got.
This is one of those meals, great presentation. You guys have a filter on there? Because this kicked ass. This was one of those meals that hit every note in my mouth. Flavor profile, tenderness, smokiness, the meat flavor came through for me, a little bit of heat. This was by far my best meal of the night. Thank you.
Nice.
I like the idea that you did the tortillas here. The tortilla was great. The meat was cooked great. The flavor was really good. Maybe I like a little bit more spicy, my Mexican, you know. I think maybe the queso fundido, it was a little, I don't know, I was expecting maybe a little bit more vegetable to it than a paste, if you will. Overall, it was a really good one.
I thought the appearance was real good. The flavor of the food was good. It needed a second crunch, like maybe onion, bell pepper, something of that, but it was all real good.
Thank you.
So I really enjoyed the different layers of flavor. I thought it was really, really good. The steak was cooked perfectly, in my opinion. So.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Brad Leininger from Getting Basted.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Oh, this guy.
In sixth place with a 79.5, Tim Shear. I'm gonna give you your score.
That's my first DAL. Hey, Bethany loved it. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Well, got my first DAL. Dead ass last. Stretch said it would taste like truck stop food, but it's damn good truck stop food. I don't know.
Fifth and fourth were actually a tie at 87 points. Brad Leininger.
Oh, that's a run.
Oh! Richard Ferdinand.
Oh, damn.
We had another tie. Murph.
My taco's still better than Brad's
With
taco.
an 88. It came down to the Philly or the grind with an 88. The winning score was 91.5.
Oh, that egg is over the top.
The egg was over the top. Joe Pierce was the winner.
Tonight I cooked a steak cullote Philly cheesesteak with a fried egg, which you don't really put a fried egg on a cheesesteak, but this is the National Barbecue League. You got to step up your game a little bit. If you can cook a perfect over easy egg, you really set yourself apart in this barbecue world.